Halo, selamat sore semuanya. Selamat datang di acara kami ini. Selamat bergabung. Saya Vika dari Australia Global Alumni di Indonesia. Hari ini saya senang sekali karena kami mengadakan Healthy Cooking Show with the Successful Entrepreneur and Foodie. Sebelum kita mulai acaranya lebih lanjut, saya mau mengingatkan teman-teman nih, terutama untuk teman-teman students yang sedang belajar di Australia dan juga alumni Australia yang saat ini sudah kembali ke Indonesia untuk bergabung di Australia Indonesia Alumni Forum di LinkedIn. Tentunya untuk berjejaring, berbagi informasi, segala hal tentang network Australia, hal-hal menarik, kesempatan beasiswa jangka panjang, beasiswa jangka pendek, ada juga informasi tentang dana hibah, dan berbagai hal lainnya. Salah satunya seperti acara menarik hari ini, sehingga teman-teman selalu ter-up to date. Dan acara ini sendiri kami selenggarakan dengan tujuan karena dalam masa pandemi ini tentunya kita jadi banyak menghabiskan waktu di rumah. Maka dari itu, kita mau belajar nih dari Kak Reka bagaimana cara masak healthy shepherd's pie yang mengingatkan Kak Reka tentang Australia, tapi juga tetap sehat dan mudah untuk dimasak. Tapi sebelum kita mulai, saya mau beritahu dulu teman-teman kalau kami akan memiliki kuis yang tentunya memiliki hadiah yang menarik seperti ini, ada merchandises dari Australia Global Alumni. Jadi stay tune sampai akhir acara sehingga kalian bisa mengikuti kuisnya dan tahu siapa saja pemenangnya. Oke, sekarang kita siap-siap menyambut tuan rumah hari ini. Kak Reka Muluk, silakan. Halo. Kita physical distancing dulu ya. Oke. Terima kasih Kak Reka sudah menyambut kami di rumahnya. Ini dapurnya Kak Reka. Ini tempat Kak Reka biasa sehari-hari masak. Jadi makan, masak semuanya di sini. Jadi hari ini kami sengaja datang sendiri ke rumah Kak Reka supaya kita lebih asik, ya, lebih enak. Dalam pandemi ini kan sebaiknya memang tetap di rumah. Dan kita hari ini memasak healthy shepherd's pie atau vegetarian shepherd's pie. Yeah. Jadi supaya teman-teman bisa tahu juga makanan yang enak tapi juga lezat. Nanti Kak Reka akan jelaskan lebih lanjut. Tapi sebelumnya saya mau kasih tahu teman-teman dulu nih. Reka atau nama
Reka, ya.
Akrabnya ya. Jadi Reka itu alumni Australia, lulus dari Australian School of Management di Perth dan sudah menghabiskan waktu kurang lebih 10 tahun di Perth. Wow, lama banget.
I know.
Lama banget. Yes. 10 tahun di Perth. Sudah berbagai pengalaman Reka alami dan berbagai macam hal-hal ya, suka duka, ups and downs and everything. Yang Reka funny stuff.
Yeah.
Nanti Reka akan cerita lagi lebih lanjutnya.
A lot of surprises apparently.
True. Dan Reka ini sekarang sedang aktif sebagai brand manager and co-owner dari Livewell Group yang memiliki Fatwell dan Berrywell. Ya, mungkin teman-teman pasti udah banyak yang tahu ya. Fatwell dan Berrywell itu memang fokus untuk healthy dishes, terutama Fatwell. Boleh ceritain sedikit nggak sih Fatwell itu serving makanan apa, Berrywell itu smoothies-nya seperti apa? Sedikit mungkin teman-teman biar penasaran.
Kalau dari Livewell Group-nya sendiri ya, kita emang dimulainya dari catering sehat si Livewell ini. Itu dimulainya udah dari 2012, and then lalu berkelanjutan mau bikin brand baru yaitu yang smoothie bowl itu. So jadi we wanted to bring acai berry ke Jakarta karena sebenarnya di Bali udah banyak, di mana-mana udah banyak, cuman di Jakarta belum banyak.
Yes.
So we did that exactly, and I joined up with my partners. Itu pas banget waktu pas aku baru pulang ke Jakarta dari Australia, dari Perth. Nah terus Berrywell, after Berrywell, 3 to 4 years later, 2018. Baru kita buka Fatwell, and then itu baru join up with my sister and my whole team juga gitu, rame-rame.
Very nice. Yeah. Teman-teman nanti jangan lupa untuk cek di Instagram dan other social media accounts dari Fatwell dan Berrywell. Nanti bisa langsung pesan abis itu.
Oh yes.
Sure.
Mungkin.
Okay. Alright then. Dan Kak Reka sendiri memang setelah pulang dari Australia itu jadinya baru menyadari akhirnya ada calling tentang healthy food and lifestyle. Makanya akhirnya terinspirasi untuk mengembangkan bisnis ini ya Reka.
Ya. Yeah. So jadi emang sebenarnya pas pulang dari Australia ya sebagai mana semua orang yang kalau ke luar negeri pasti makannya langsung wah. Ada yang kurus stres tapi ada juga yang gendut stres.
Bener.
Yes.
Pengaruh banget ya.
Yeah, of course, because we work, study, we have to juggle everything in one.
Exactly.
So, yeah, not an excuse. But pas sampai Jakarta, emang kebetulan di masa itu memang lagi Jakarta lagi health conscious, baru mulai health conscious, baru mulai CFD, baru mulai mau cari-cari makanan sehat, tapi kan belum banyak. So that was
Dan rata-rata mahal dan mungkin rasanya hambar ya.
Nggak enak. Pokoknya emang healthy food itu terkenal dengan it's not enjoyable to like healthy. I just want something easy and instant and it's good for my tummy. Like cuman kayak itu kan nggak ada nutrisinya jadinya. So we didn't think about nutrition back then like we do now. So yeah, it's getting better now. I think it was just it was the perfect timing, and I had a really good opportunity to be able to do that with my best friends as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Jadi memang inovasi yang juga bertemu dengan opportunity-nya ya. Jadi great timing.
And also
great
passion,
idea.
because like if you're passionate about it, it's like your passion project,
Exactly.
Like, if you
So you
work,
enjoy doing it.
you gotta enjoy what you do.
True.
And that's what happened to me in Australia.
Yes.
I enjoyed it
Okay.
way too much, way too long.
But before we continue, there is a first quiz that I will inform you. It's what is Australia's capital city and its territory? Jadi teman-teman, kalau tahu jawabannya apa sih ibu kota Australia dan nama teritorinya, tulis di kolom komen ya. Nanti siapa yang menang akan saya umumkan di akhir acara. Oke. Now, I think it's time for us to start telling dalalala
Aku sambil
healthy
ini lah ya,
shepherd's pie.
sambil
Okay.
cap-cap mulai.
Alright. But before that,
Okay.
I think mungkin teman-teman di sini mau tahu dulu nih.
Oh ya.
So, ini sebenarnya pertama kali saya ngobrol sama Kak Reka sebelum acara ini. Waktu diskusi, Kak Reka memang sudah langsung tercetus healthy or vegetarian shepherd's pie. Dan mungkin Kak Reka mau cerita dulu nih sama teman-teman why
shepherd's pie? So basically pas kemarin Vika nanya to cook an Australian dish, I was kind of like wondering what is an Australian dish. What I could think of was fish and chips, bangers and mash, and meat pies, and sausage rolls. And I don't think I could make anything like that right here in the meantime. But I remember back in the day, kalau misalnya mau, I wanted to do something special for my friends, for like potluck and everything. I used to just like, pick something really, really cheap from like kayak Kohl's atau Woolworths gitu.
Okay.
I used to get like frozen meatballs yang rasanya cardboard, and then one of those powdered mashed potatoes. Cuman kayak I recook it again, and I add some herbs, some nice flavors into it. Terus jadi di structure jadi shepherd's pie because it was a dish. It's still a dish. It's a very traditional dish actually. So yeah, I used to bring that out, and then it looked really special. And it's a pie. It's meat. It's got vegetables in it. It's everything. It's nutritional. Yeah.
So basically, it's because it reminds Karika of Australia.
What I used to make a lot.
Yes.
Because it's easy to stock. Like everything is
Yeah.
frozen. Even like right now, I'm gonna be using like some frozen vegetables and canned vegetables, and it's totally fine. And if you do anything in moderation, it's totally fine as long as you got the fresh ingredients in it and you still got the nutrition. So, yeah.
Very true.
Still enjoy it. Still enjoy your food.
That's true. Amazing. All right, and now before we start to cook, Karika will also explain to all of you the ingredients. What are all the ingredients? What you need to make this
ingredients-nya, so
shepherd's
a
pie?
basic shepherd's pie itu biasanya bawahnya emang pakai daging. So it's usually minced beef mixed with minced pork with like some celery, carrot, onions, whatever you want to add, mushrooms, so those types. And then they normally use white potatoes on top. And then you can add a little cheese or not, and then you put it in the oven and bake the potato. But this time, I want to use all vegetables for the filling. So I've got chickpeas, mushrooms, cheese, of course, and I've got frozen vegetables as well.
Yeah.
And for the topping, the potato, I'm going to be using purple sweet potato.
Okay.
because it has a higher antioxidant than normal potato. It's really flavorful as well still, and it tastes great. And it looks
so
really pretty.
healthy as well, right?
You're gonna have a rainbow in your plate. So.
Nice, very beautiful. All right then, and now we're going to prepare to start cooking. But before Karika will actually do all the process, I will also ask to you all the next question for the quiz,
Okay.
which is apa nama makanan khas Australia, already iconic food dari Australia yang biasanya di spread di atas
Vegemite,
roti.
easy.
Atau
Was that a question for me? Apa buat penonton?
it's okay. You already gave your hint for the audience. That's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
That is fine.
That's my favorite. I love Vegemite. I
And
know
she
it's
also has it.
always stocking in the
In
fridge.
silk.
Vegemite,
Alright,
bacon
so that's-
cheese, all of that.
That's the second question. That's fine. Nanti bagi yang bisa jawab akan kami umumkan siapa pemenangnya di akhir acara. Alright, maybe now it's time to start the cooking process, Rika.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay, so first I'm just gonna mash this garlic.
Okay.
Don't judge the way from the way I cook, because I'm not an actual trained cook. So.
But you're actually a very naturally talented cook.
I wouldn't say talented, because
yeah.
if you like your food, then you wanna cook your food, and you know, if you take pride of it, yeah, you'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Basically,
That's
it's
good.
all about passion again.
Yeah, I spend most of my time in the kitchen. I know, guilty in charge. I mean, even in, like back in Perth juga, kalau misalnya emang teman-teman ke rumah itu pasti kayak ya masak-masak
Dimasakin
kerjaannya.
gitu ya.
Because it's really
Yeah.
nice there. You have all the ingredients that you ever need. You get all the Asian ingredients, you get all the Western ingredients, and
Exactly.
I actually learned how to cook there in Perth more than I learned how to cook here. Soalnya, so it's very diverse kan di situ.
Yes.
So they have every seasoning from every continent of the world. It's so much fun. Sometimes I want to do Korean food, sometimes I want to do Thai.
Oh, it's very nice.
Ya, seru deh pokoknya. Makanya di situ makan mulu.
Dan dari 10 tahun nih tinggal di Perth, dan sudah menempuh pendidikan di sana dari yang certificate 4 sampai degree. So my very curious question is, what's the highlight? What's the most memorable thing yang paling berkesan buat Reika selama tinggal di Australia itu apa sih? So before we go on to the next question, of course.
Yeah. Well, it's a very long story. I mean,
Yeah.
10 years is not a very
True.
easy to put in like 2 sentences. But long story short, see, I didn't actually choose Australia to be the place that I wanted to go for studying abroad. It was a family decision yang, of course, ada beberapa orang yang emang pengen pergi ke sana. Tapi kalau in my case, kebetulan I didn't want to go anywhere.
At first.
At first.
Yeah.
So I was sad, I was homesick pas ke sana. 3 bulan pertama itu tiap malam nangis-nangis nelfon ke rumah kayak I wanna go home. I remember those, and my mom remembers that. And ya udah, tapi habis itu I had to do my high school again, year 11, and then once I finished year 12, I decided I wanted to be a dancer karena emang dulu kan aku ballet kan. Jadi mikirnya, oh, there's a really good performing arts school there. It's called WAPA, Western Australian Performing Arts, and I wanted to go there and actually like do ballet. But
That's one of the most popular ballet school in Perth. Is
yeah,
that- yeah.
it's the biggest one. It's not like a ballet school. It's an
Performing
art
arts.
academy. Yeah.
I see.
So a lot of my
Okay.
friends actually went there as well for like music, graphic design, and all of that. And I wanted to do dance. So yeah, I did audition and didn't get in.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
that. And I was prepared for 2 years in total to audition in total. Didn't get in. Terus kayak, okay, what am I gonna do now? So jadinya aku bener-bener kayak, it was at that point I was one of those teenagers yang didn't know what to do. I just thought, oh, all of the girls are doing this, so maybe I'll do that. So I pick a few major di UniTAFE, namanya, to do my cert for.
Yeah.
A couple of those, it didn't go well. So a couple years later, I did another one, and I thought, but within those years tuh sambil kuliah, aku sambil part-time job.
Okay.
Nah, part-time-nya ngapain dulu? I used to do like work in the bar, in a restaurant, hotels, and bar backing. Like you call it, pokoknya semua yang di perhotelan udah pernah aku laluin gitu.
Yeah.
So it came to a point where I thought, loh kok gue di tempat kerja lebih enjoy dibandingin di sekolah ya. So that's where I made my decision to do hospitality.
Okay. So
And then I was really good at school all of a
Yeah.
sudden.
So basically, it all started with your work experiences in hospitality
Yeah.
that led you to study hospitality
Mhm.
at Australian School of
School of Management.
Yes.
So I did the certificate for the hospitality. While I was working part-time here and there. And sorry, I'm just putting in the potato in.
Yeah,
Guys,
that's
potato
one of the ways.
in to the water. And now I'm cooking the vegetables. So yeah, and then also while I was studying there, I was doing very good at school. I didn't expect that coming from myself either. So that's where I was like, okay, so you just gotta enjoy what you like. And
Exactly.
then during those times, I get to do a lot of things. I experienced a lot of things. I was still dancing, and I was still, hanging out with my friends. And by doing hospitality, I loved it because you get to like really network with people. You get to really meet
Yeah.
new people every day. And yeah, a lot of that stuff like customer service and a lot of stuff that you like, you can actually apply into your life now, even though you're not doing hospitality,
Exactly.
Gitu.
So yeah, the point is then that Kareika learned from her work experience that then led her to study in Australia. So, and do you have your tips or memory about good things that you had while studying in Australia? Like
A good memory.
Like,
Lots of them.
lots of good memories, of course,
Lots of
while
good memories,
studying.
lots of bad memories. I mean, it's not a real experience kalau misalnya you don't have the good and the bad. That's
Yeah.
how you learn, mostly in your life as well. So, yeah, like you just gotta enjoy what you do. Well, I'm just gonna get the frozen vegetables.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys.
Sure. So again, when you were studying there, basically when you're pursuing your degree at ASM, so how was it, like the process, and how did you really like studying in Australia?
Awal-awalnya sih sebenarnya memang yang namanya sekolah emang it wasn't my forte. Like I was never really good at school. Tapi lama-kelamaan pas yang aku sudah
Akhirnya nemu
menemukan
passion itu kan?
passionnya di situ, jadi I realized that I could really do it all. I could really study. So I did uni, I did class kayak dari jam 8 sampai jam 2, terus habis itu kerja, terus assignment, and then kerja lagi. Jadi kayak like I get to actually like pay my own tuition, jadi nggak ngerepotin orang tua lagi. Terus I still get to like dance juga. Emang kebetulan pas di Perth itu, my first thing to do was untuk ke acara konsulat.
Yeah, that's
Terus kan
interesting.
suka ada acara-acara tuh, event-event gitu yang di held by them. Itu ada yang nari-nariannya gitu, so I was like, I want to join gitu. So I did, and then I found a bunch of new friends dari grup si penari-penari itu. Terus bersambung-sambung lah dikenalin ke dance hip hop, and then I fell in love, and then like years later of like dancing here and there, and then I get to audition to be in a crew, and then I was in a crew and I was traveling. Jadi bener-bener kalau ditanya orang pernah ke Sydney nggak? Pernah. Waktu ngapain? Ngedance.
Dancing.
Orang tuh kayak bingung gitu. Hah? Ngapain? Buat nari? Enggak, bukan buat nari, buat ngedance. Hip hop. Hah? Apaan? dance
But
crew.
it all started dari yang konjen itu kan, yang acara
Dari
itu
konjen,
ya.
emang kebetulan jadi bener-bener teman perkumpulan pertama itu pasti aku ke konjen dulu, cause like you know I didn't have any friends and I didn't know English aku dulu juga
At
AIUE,
first, ya.
oh my god, so bad. Apalagi dengan aksen Australia yang pas nyampe sana tuh yang ini orang ngomong apa sih, aksennya kok beda banget gitu. Tapi lama kelamaan malah the more I try to blend in, like you know, like I was just being myself there too gitu.
Yeah.
And I get to know all the locals there, and I get to be like, you know, we were like family there. So, jadi itu dia yang bikin it's super memorable for me.
But one thing, waktu kuliah di Australia School of Management itu, Karika tuh salah satu outstanding student loh.
Iya.
Like she got
Bangga banget.
high scores. Coba
Kayak
ceritain dong.
sampai keluarga kayak nggak percaya gitu. Hah? You got a HD in this assignment? Yes, all HDs.
But that's the
Kayak
point
nggak
of
pernah.
doing something that you're passionate about. Karena jadi yang penting mengikuti passion dan ketika mengikuti itu dan kita mengarahkan ke hal yang lebih profesional dan pendidikan, jadinya akhirnya lebih maksimal ya.
Oh ya,
Gitu.
for sure.
For sure. Alright, so what's the next process, Reika?
Oke, so jadi si kentang ungu sudah masuk, it's boiling, biarin aja. Oh, I like to add a little bit of salt di airnya.
Okay.
Sama kayak masak pasta ya, kalau misalnya
So
rebus apa-apa,
that's one
airnya
of the
digarumin. So, terus sekarang mau bikin fillingnya,
Udah panas.
yep,
Ya.
panas, sekarangnya onions, garlic, and I'm gonna make this. So we get the oil in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So other than dancing, dari yang mulai diperkenalkan dari acara konjen, terus juga getting high scores of course for your degree.
Dari nari, terus belajar hospitality ya.
Yeah. So what are the other things that you remember while you were there, like 10 years?
10 tahun itu banyak banget yang dilakuin di situ. Basically aku udah kayak ngerasa orang lokal aja gitu. Bener-bener nggak ada bedanya yang student visa, immigrant or what not. No, I just felt like I was living there and I'm gonna end there too gitu. Apalagi ya yang
So yeah. What about the culture? Like, mingling, blended in with so many people with different cultures, with different backgrounds. So how is
Itu
it?
sih yang
Karena itu
aku
pasti kan challenge
bener.
juga ya buat teman-teman mungkin yang tertarik untuk studi yang baru atau mungkin baru sampai di Australia, like still feeling like struggling sama beradaptasi di sana. So,
Iya,
do you have any
pastinya.
tips for the audiences?
Oh,
Like how to survive, like really?
survive. Actually, I mean I was dealing with the same struggle juga. Jadi awal-awal kesana tuh udah bahasa Inggrisnya belepotan, masuk high school nggak ada orang Indonesianya, jadi nggak ada kayak safe cornernya gitu.
But that was the first time, ya. Sekarang setelah itu, like,
That was the first 3 months. It was hell. Can I say that in camera? I was crying every night. It was not fun. I was on like kayak Skype from my friends in Indo. I just want to go home. It's not fun here.
but that was
Tapi-
part of the process, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Like I wouldn't be where I am right now actually without all that process.
Of course.
Nah, terus habis itu udah yang nggak suka di sini, nggak mau di sini lagi, bla 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 bla. Sorry, tomato paste.
Ya.
Udah onion masuk, garlic and tomato paste. Nah, terus udah nggak suka sama kehidupan di sana, kangen sama rumah. Tapi lama kelamaan, I just wanted to like enjoy and like explore.
Yeah, of course.
Rasanya kayak liburan sih awalnya. Liburan yang panjang banget, nggak pulang-pulang, nggak selesai-selesai. Terus I did explore a little bit, dengar-dengar berita dari yang KBRI itu. That was
That
during high
opportunity.
school ya.
Yeah.
So jadi pas ke acara konsulat, disitulah aku kenalan sama, oh my god, there are Indonesian people here. Soalnya aku kebetulan high school aku tuh nggak ada orang Indonya, kayak cuman satu.
Berarti high school juga di Perth ya waktu itu?
Iya, high schoolnya juga di Perth. Jadi aku
Oke.
satu SMA di sini, terus pas mau naik kelas 2 ngulang 1 tahun lagi di sana because of the curriculum difference.
Iya, iya.
Hmm.
I see. Alright.
Gitu, terus abis di konsulat, di situ kan banyak penari-penari yang event-eventnya kan rame banget tuh, ada show, ada bazaar, there's a lot of like stuff in there, like banyak banget ibu-ibu kabri yang bawa Indomie.
Ah,
Di situ I was like,
right.
oh my god, home! Seneng
That's
banget
right.
ngeliat Indomie, ngeliat
Okay.
segala macam kecap manis, lalala, kecap bambu. Terus ya udah, and then from then, you know, I get to know them, and then I started,
Yeah.
udah mulai janjian sama mereka kayak, okay, I wanna dance here, I wanna practice, and I wanna like, you know, do performances, because they do get sent a lot ke mana-mana gitu. So got tomato paste.
That's tomato paste, and this is coba apa ini
What else do
Kak
I
Reka?
have? Ini frozen veggies. Oh, actually I wanna cook the mushroom first. So jadi mulai lebih smoky. Ini mushroom, aku ada mushroomnya 2 macam. Sebenarnya you guys can use any mushroom you like. I'm using shimeji sama champignon.
Alright. Jadi sebenarnya bebas aja ya teman-teman kalau mau pilih mushroomnya.
Kalau misalnya ngeliatin aku masak, pasti banyak yang gatel. Karena sebenarnya aku nggak pernah ngukur, nggak pernah apa. Cuman that's why I love it. Like
Yeah.
I actually I just enjoy doing it. And kayak freestyle jadinya. Kalau
Yes.
misalnya, so don't be scared to put like any ingredients you want juga gitu. Ini kan
Don't
aku,
be scared.
ya harus berani mau masukin apa aja di sini juga boleh. Kan yang penting kan sayuran.
Okay.
Bisa masukin tahu, bisa masukin tempe, terong, zucchini, or any vegetables you want. But this time I'm using mushrooms.
Alright. Jadi sebenarnya healthy or vegetarian shepherd's pie ini, menurut Kak Reka, why is it so beneficial?
And put it in my body, it has to be good for me. So I just call this vegetarian shepherd's pie karena emang kebetulan aku lagi leaning towards being a vegetarian, and yeah, it's delicious. Sayurnya masuk,
Sayur apa?
and I'm using chickpea juga buat the extra protein. Ntar kita
Yes.
harus tunggu mushroomnya sampai mateng dulu. Biasanya yang kalau dicampur kalau masak steak gitu.
I see.
Since it's not meat, I can try to make it, you know, taste a little like meat.
Exactly. That's how vegetarian food works.
No, it's actually a lot more than that. Trust me. Like, aku juga awalnya benar-benar pemakan semua. Aku sampai sekarang juga pemakan semua. But challenge aja tadinya
But
awalnya.
or just to balance the
Emang
food that you
sebenarnya
consume.
niat aslinya benar-benar cuma just to have more veggies in my diet aja dibandingin more meat kan. Karena sebenarnya ya even in your veggies pun juga it has proteins in it, and you know
That's
it's
true.
yeah, more balance aja, bener sih. Terus
Yeah.
ya malah jadi enjoy. You
Yang sudah terbiasa ya.
iya, you'll be surprised on like how much more exciting vegetarian menus are di kayak restoran-restoran yang biasa kita kunjungi gitu, kayak oh ada vegetarian optionnya, oh ada.
Ya, dan
So-
sekarang sudah makin banyak pilihan ya vegetarian food atau healthy food yang sebenarnya rasanya tetap enak, affordable, dan gampang juga ya dan dicarinya. Jadi udah nggak kayak
It's
dulu ya.
everywhere
It's
now,
everywhere
so
now.
it's good.
Alright, I think it's almost done. Like we're getting there. Dan sekarang ini apa nih ya, Deka?
So biasanya kalau misalnya shepherd's pie yang bougie biasanya pakai red wine.
Oh.
Cuman karena aku lagi nggak nyetok red wine kebetulan, atau teman-teman yang emang nggak mau pakai red wine, I usually mix beef stock substitute-nya atau chicken stock. But this time I'm using mushroom stock.
Okay.
Terus ini sama arrowroot powder atau maizena, apa namanya, tepung jagung.
Tepung jagung. Oke.
Tapi
Very
aku ambil
nice.
air dulu ya. Ini mau aku mix with water.
Sure. Sebentar lagi udah mau jadi nih, teman-teman. Oke. Dan jangan lupa buat teman-teman yang sudah bergabung semuanya, kalau yang belum bergabung dari awal tadi, untuk alumni dan students di Australia, jangan lupa ya bergabung di LinkedIn forumnya atau Australia Indonesia Alumni Forum on LinkedIn. Linknya juga ada di kolom komen, jadi bisa langsung diklik dan join. Kalau teman-teman sudah ikut LinkedIn forum, di sana bisa berjejaring dengan network yang sangat luas dari sesama alumni Australia dan banyak sekali informasi up to date tentang segala macam opportunity ya, Reka.
Oh ya.
Seperti beasiswa, kemudian ada grant dan event seperti ini nih, exchange and everything, right?
Yeah.
Jadi ya, jangan lupa buat join.
Get your opportunity.
Sure.
Mixed herb, a little bit of mixed herb. Biar wangi. Kalau mixed herb bisa apa aja sih? Bisa basil, marjoram, sage. So ini yang
tadi sudah dicampur air ya?
cornstarch-nya yang udah aku campur air, terus aku campur si mushroom stocknya.
Wow.
Yes.
Oke. Nah biasanya saat ini tuh berapa lama nih kalau waktu yang ideal dibutuhkan gitu, Reka?
Sebenarnya as long as your vegetables are cooked, sampai mushroomnya udah layu, terus ini kan baru aku masukin air sama cornstarch-nya, sampai airnya lebih mengental aja sih, and you're basically done. And just seasoning aja, salt and pepper. To taste, kalau kurang asin tambahin garam, kalau jangan sampai kelebihan, because I like to make this a little saltier sama tangier karena nanti kan kita pakai sweet potato. So I want to balance the flavor,
I see.
We're almost done.
We're almost done. Okay.
Oke, sekarang sambil nunggu vegetable are cooked, I'm gonna move on to the mashed potato.
This is the way she cooks the mashed potato. Okay. Let's watch this one. Alright. Teman-teman jangan lupa ya ikut kuis tadi, ada di kolom komen. Kuis yang pertama adalah apa nama capital city dari Australia dan nama teritorinya. Dan yang kedua tadi yang Reka sudah
yang
menyebutkan
udah
secara
tapi mungkin sekarang udah lupa lagi. Jadi sebutin lagi.
Jadi tadi pertanyaannya adalah apa nama iconic food dari Australia yang biasanya dipakai di atas roti atau crackers yang di spread di atas roti. Pasti teman-teman udah banyak yang tahu nih, terutama bagi alumni atau students yang lagi tinggal di Australia.
Banyak yang nggak suka justru malah.
Karena sebenarnya ada tekniknya, karena katanya
yes, exactly.
It's not like jam that
it's
you
not
can
like
put
a jam.
all
It's
over.
not like kayak chocolate hazelnut jam or
Yes.
strawberry jam. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's really salty, right?
It is.
So when you mix it with something that is buttery, that is like almost sweet, and it's creamy, it's actually so good.
It is. So again,
I even
there's
use
the
it for my
technique.
cooking. You can use it for your cooking.
Yeah.
You can Google like recipes. Banyak banget yang da-da-da-da, pasta, da-da-da-da. I don't know. There's a lot. Like sauce, jus, and a bunch of stuff you can use with that.
For sure.
Don't forget the bay leaves.
Alright.
Ternyata sweet potato-nya masih belum lunak.
Selagi kita tunggu ini, saya juga punya satu informasi menarik nih buat teman-teman. Ada kompetisi foto baru dari Australia Global Alumni, yaitu Tell Me Your Aussie Mates atau Aussie Mates. Jadi teman-teman bisa ikut kompetisi foto ini dengan mengirimkan foto bersama teman-teman sesama alumni Australia atau sesama students sambil mengenang masa-masa bersama, mungkin gathering virtually, mungkin melalui berbagai aplikasi online sehingga teman-teman bisa mengambil foto bersama. Dan juga karena kan selama masa pandemi ini kita physical distancing and social distancing ya, jadi kalau bisa sih kalau tidak terlalu urgent, tidak banyak menghabiskan waktu di luar atau hangout lagi ya. Jadi makanya hangoutnya virtually aja. Nah di sini stay at home. Kami menyelenggarakan kompetisi ini untuk teman-teman alumni dan students di Australia untuk mengikuti kompetisi Tell Me Your Aussie Mates. Segala informasinya ada di kolom komen. Jadi bisa diklik langsung sama teman-teman dan di situ nanti teman-teman submit. Jangan lupa ya sampai 14 Agustus. Alright, kayaknya kentangnya udah mau siap ya.
Bentar lagi.
Bentar lagi.
Fun. Because once everything is done, it's just the preparation, right?
Yeah.
So prep time is roughly around 20 minutes to 25. Terus nanti kalau udah itu tinggal di mash, masukin cemplungin semua,
Okay.
and disusun di baking dish kayak gini.
Alright.
I'm just making
Wow.
sure I don't
We're
forget.
getting there.
I know. Are you getting hungry?
I'm getting hungry too.
You better, because this is a lot.
Okay. Good for us. We're gonna enjoy this first, hopefully.
So, a little funny story when I was trying to make this before. Karena aku juga pengen bikin pakai sweet potato and vegetarian shepherd pies juga sebenarnya karena because I've already done it before.
Yeah.
Iseng sih sebenarnya, lagi bener-bener emang ya, nama juga masa pandemi ya, because I'm, semua orang pasti kayak nyoba-nyoba, like trying all the different recipes that you've never tried before.
Yeah.
So I did that, and it was delicious, and aku belum punya a potato masher before, ini bisa dibeli online. Sebelumnya aku cuma pakai garpu. So jadi kayak masaknya yang harusnya cuma 30 menit jadi kayak 1,5 jam karena harus ngancurin kentangnya.
That's true. Okay.
Okay, I'll check again.
Kalau teman-teman ada di sini nih bisa berasa banget smell dari makanannya enak banget. Oke.
Kita cek
Kentangnya
ya.
udah mau
Jadi
jadi
cara
ya.
ngecek kentangnya tinggal di poke pakai garpu. Kalau udah bisa ditusuk,
Artinya udah
you're good to go.
ya.
Yep, this one udah lumayan. Aku
Oke.
drain dulu ya.
Dan teman-teman, pertanyaan yang ketiga untuk kuisnya adalah, nih pasti buat teman-teman yang nonton dari awal tahu, kota apa di Australia bagian barat yang merupakan tempat tinggal Kareka selama 10 tahun? Jeng jeng. Tulis di kolom komen ya. Nanti saya akan umumkan pemenangnya di akhir acara.
Oke, ini kentangnya
look at
udah
this.
nih, udah beruap-uap kan, ditirisin airnya, terus pas lagi beruap-uapnya, so you gotta be a little quick karena nanti takutnya cepet dingin.
Yeah.
So I'm using butter. Kalau
Butternya berapa banyak tuh Kareka?
about 1 tablespoon,
Hmm.
but you can use more kalau mau lebih creamier. For me, I like a lot of butter because
Oke. Jadi
butter is
sebenarnya
good.
tergantung selera juga ya.
Tergantung selera sih. Kalau mau misalnya nggak pakai butter juga bisa sebenarnya di substitute pakai coconut oil,
Oke.
itu juga bisa.
Ya.
And I'm using yogurt. Biasanya pakai krim kalau mashed potato, tapi aku pakai Greek yogurt. Jadi creamy banget.
Oke.
Ini I'm using about 60 ml of yogurt. Okay, terus this is a fun part.
Oke, I'm just watching.
Yeah, you wanna try this?
Oke, let me try.
You try. Okay, aku ituin. Vegetables looking
Dan
good.
fun fact, tadi waktu ngobrol-ngobrol sebelum acara ya, ternyata ibunya Kareka juga alumni Australia loh.
Iya. Jadi emang udah dari keluarga udah yang kayak udah di Australia aja karena yang nggak terlalu
Iya.
jauh juga, and you still get like the whole experience of living abroad.
Exactly.
And best part is you can still work while you're studying.
Ya,
Kan
karena memang
ada-
dikasih waktu 20.
Dikasih 20 hours a week,
minggu.
right? Per minggu untuk kerja. So jadi you don't want to miss that opportunity. Kayak,
Worse.
ya. Oke, ini udah hampir ya.
Oh.
Terus.
Oh,
Keep
terus,
going,
oke.
keep going.
Keep
Ini
going.
aku mau nambahin mixed herbnya.
Mhm.
Yang tadi aku masukin ke si sayuran.
Hmm.
And di sini juga aku mau pakai some garlic powder. I'm using 1 teaspoon.
Tuh, 1 sendok teh garlic powder.
Looking good.
Am I doing this well?
Yes, you're just mashing potatoes. Nah, terus tadi kan untuk substitute cream, heavy cream, aku pakai yogurt. Untuk substitute liquidnya, biasanya either orang tuh pakai cream lagi, heavy cream atau susu. Tapi aku pakai almond milk karena it has
Okay.
so much less fat.
Nah,
That's okay. Yeah. nambahinnya sedikit-sedikit aja biar nggak terlalu lembek. Jadi ya.
Okay.
And then salt and pepper to taste.
Alright.
Pepper. Okay.
Salt and pepper sudah masuk.
Yep.
Kita pakai kali.
Kita aduk-aduk.
Tekniknya beda ya, saya sama Reka. Ketahuan mana yang ahli.
Lagi kayak ngebut-ngebut kentang. Okay, with the difference sama potato, yang white potato, kan starchnya emang lebih banyak ya mereka. Kalau, kebalikan, fibernya si sweet potato ini lebih banyak. So, jadi kalau misalnya lama didiemin gini, mereka akan lebih mengeras gitu dibandingin white potatoes.
Yeah.
But it's so much healthier, so why not kan?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my mash.
Nah, setelah kita mash potato ini, apalagi nih step selanjutnya, Reka?
On sambal.
Alright. So, let's see.
So, ambil baking dishnya. Terus nih ya. Oke. Aku ada, so taruh vegetablesnya.
Jadi vegetables dulu, baru potatoesnya gitu ya?
Yes. Awesome.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you. Panas. Oke, ini diratain. So aku kalau ngerata-ngeratain gini biar nggak berantakan, I stay here and then I just go like there.
Okay.
People have their own ways, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Better one, I'm sure. Okay, sister, don't judge me if you're watching.
Ya, mungkin buat teman-teman yang mungkin belum tahu, tapi pasti banyak yang udah tahu ya. Adik dari Reika ini adalah Renata Muluk, chef.
She's a
judge,
professional
ya.
chef.
Yeah, she's a professional chef, salah satu juri di MasterChef
Yeah.
Indonesia.
So jadi biasanya sih ini bisa tinggal taruh di atasnya, and then nanti kita tinggal taburin cheese-nya and some herbs, lalu di bake sedikit sampai cheese-nya melted. Cuman aku biar lebih rata, I wanna put the mashed potato in a piping bag. Well, ini bukan piping bag, ini Ziploc bag because I don't have a piping bag. Tapi again, gotta use what you have.
Exactly. Nah, semua sekreatif aja ya, bisa apapun.
Iya, kan nggak semuanya harus dibeli. Bisa bikin sendiri.
Okay. Let's see the way Reika does this.
No.
That's okay, as long as you enjoy.
And it's gonna look pretty.
Ooh, look at that.
Okay, finishing soon.
Dan saya mau remind teman-teman lagi nih, buat yang penasaran ingredients-nya apa aja sih dan bagaimana cara masaknya, teman-teman bisa lihat di kolom komen ya di situ dan bisa ikutin lagi. Tapi seperti yang Kak Reika juga bilang tadi, kalau tidak mau terlalu mengikuti ingredients yang ada di sana atau cara masaknya juga nggak apa-apa sih, jadi sebebasnya aja ya.
Okay, it's piped.
Okay. Oh, purple.
It looks a little funny right now.
Wow.
I have purple potatoes in my mess lagi. Nih ya, sorry ya nggak biasa pakai face shield. And then kalau mau diratain, diratain. Kalau enggak juga, it's okay. If you like kalau misalnya if you're better at piping it, then I'm sure it will look better. But I'm not. So I like to like cover the whole vegetables. Nanti kalau misalnya kena diremekin-remekinnya, with the cheese melted, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
You get like crusty cheese.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
Now
Looks
for
very
the most favorite part.
Cheesy, cheesy cheese.
Sebenarnya ini kayak pastel tutup ya kalau misalnya makanan Indonesianya.
Yeah.
Funny story, I didn't know what was pastel tutup.
Back then.
Beneran bener-bener baru tahu tahun lalu. Like I've been here for 5 years. Jadi tahun 2016 di Jakarta sampai like last year baru tahu what is pastel tutup. Aku kira pastel kan pastel yang
seperti biasanya.
Ternyata seperti ini. It's basically this. Makanya pas aku Google pastel tutup loh, kok kayak shepherd's pie?
Jadi Reika setelah tinggal di Perth selama 10 tahun, baru pulang ke Indonesia ini 5 tahun yang lalu ya Reika?
Yeah, 5
Dan
years here.
kemudian memulai bisnisnya bersama teman-temannya yaitu Livewell Group yang juga memiliki Fedwell dan Berrywell. Tapi pertamanya dimulai dengan Livewell Catering ya, gitu. Jadi kalau Fedwell ada di Senopati ya, Reika?
Betul, ada di Senopati, ada juga di City Walk sama di Fedwell Peak. Tapi sekarang yang karena PSBB yang buka hanya yang di Senopati aja.
Oke.
Nanti we'll have exciting news for Fedwell, so you guys gotta stay tuned on Instagram.
Alright, stay tuned. Nah, look at this. This is almost done ya. Nah, setelah ini prosesnya apa nih, Reika?
Tinggal dimasukin ke oven,
Oke, masukin ke oven.
biar cheese-nya melted.
Berapa lama tuh biasanya dibutuhin?
Biasanya sih sekitar 20 sampai 30 menit tergantung mau kejunya melt aja atau mau sampai golden crust gitu. So kita masukin di oven, tapi kan karena di oven kan 20 sampai 30 menit takutnya nggak cukup waktunya. So we'll just put this one here.
Sure.
Or I've already made a pre-made one. Jadinya seperti ini.
Okay, you need something.
So this is a mini version of it. This is the end product.
Look at this.
I'm gonna bake this
Oh.
too. Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
So vegetarian shepherd's pie udah
Here
selesai
it
di
is.
bake. I like to add kalau nggak parsley atau spring onions. I like spring onions. I think it look cool.
Okay.
You can add whatever you want.
Sure. Jadi boleh ceritain lagi nggak Reka? Mungkin teman-teman yang baru aja join nih, kira-kira manfaatnya apa aja sih dari ingredients yang Reka masukkan di dalam healthy shepherd's pie ini? Bermanfaat bagi kesehatan seperti apa aja sih?
Besides, it's easy to make, easy to store. Karena kalau misalnya ini kan bisa buat kayak berhari-hari kan, tinggal dituang ke piring aja terus bisa dimakan. Manfaatnya juga banyak karena dari karbohidrat, fiber, and protein, and nutrient and minerals semuanya ada. Cause ya nggak perlu pakai additional additive yang aneh-aneh kan untuk biar makanan enak.
That's true. So it's not hard to make a healthy food.
No, it's really easy.
It's really easy. Wow, that's very nice. Menggugah.
Mau coba?
Kita mau coba.
Lupa, terus kayak cuma dibilang warna.
Baik teman-teman, jadi itu ya caranya. Boleh cek lagi di kolom komen gimana sih cara buatnya, ingredients-nya apa saja, dan teman-teman bisa coba sendiri lagi di rumah. Selain itu, untuk pertanyaan yang ketiga tadi sudah saya sebutkan ya, di kota apa Kak Reika menghabiskan waktunya selama sekitar 10 tahun di Australia bagian barat. Tuh udah hint banget tuh, Australia bagian barat. Oke, nanti saya akan umumkan pemenangnya di akhir acara. Oh, ternyata sudah ada pemenangnya, Reika.
Oh ya? So fast?
Ada di situ. Teman-teman bisa lihat
di
langsung
sini.
di sini. Pemenangnya siapa saja. Dan buat pemenangnya nanti kami minta untuk memberikan detail alamat ya ke alamat email yang ada di kolom komen. Jadi jangan lupa untuk kirim detailnya. Nanti akan kami kirimkan hadiah itu. Ada beberapa merchandise menarik dari Australia Global Alumni. Contohnya ada seperti di sini. Nanti akan kami kirimkan ada agenda, ada tumbler, ada card holder, dan ada beberapa hal lainnya. Asik sekali.
Banyak. That's cute.
That's very
Are you ready?
cute. Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, crusty,
Let's
crusty,
try.
crusty.
Okay.
Which side? This side?
Any side.
This is
Oke,
my favorite
teman-teman.
part.
Ini kita langsung memulai enjoy makanan hasil karya Reika. Tapi sebelumnya jangan lupa untuk join Australia Alumni LinkedIn Forum. Jadi teman-teman bisa ikut berjejaring dengan network Australian alumni yang sangat luas. Teman-teman bisa tahu berbagai informasi terkini tentang beasiswa jangka panjang, beasiswa jangka pendek, grant, dan berbagai kesempatan lainnya. Juga termasuk acara-acara menarik tentunya yang bisa teman-teman ikuti. Jadi supaya tetap up to date, teman-teman juga bisa berjejaring dan punya banyak network, because network is very important, right?
I mean, up until today aja, I still really keep all my Australian contacts. Like I would never like stay out of touch. Yeah.
That's true. Jadi buat teman-teman alumni dan students yang lagi di Australia sekarang, jangan lupa untuk join Australia Alumni LinkedIn Forum dan jangan lupa untuk ikuti kuis tadi ya. Tell me your Aussie mates. Jadi
Aussie mate.
Aussie.
Oi.
Oke. Itu teman-teman, mungkin ada tips terakhir nih dari Reika untuk menempuh studi di Australia. Kira-kira apa sih supaya teman-teman bisa memiliki kesan yang menarik dan juga memorable selama di sana buat yang students ya, terutama yang masih ada di sana, dan juga mungkin tips bagi alumni yang sudah kembali ke Indonesia.
My tips sih probably, well, I wouldn't say like that's the right thing to do. Tapi kalau misalnya if you can, it's always good to find opportunities kayak part-time jobs. Even though like let's say hospitality is not your major, cuman kayak I mean back in the day it was the easiest job to get like that. You can just wait tables and whatnot. You might hate your job, but you can gain networking. You can gain customer service. You can gain how to handle people.
Yeah,
you can gain a lot of like experiences yang you will actually learn walaupun majornya apapun itu yang that you're doing and that you're studying.
Yeah.
I think you can apply that to your life in the future gitu.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Dan juga tentunya untuk selalu hubungan dan terkoneksi dengan semua alumni Australia ya. Jadinya jangan lupa ya teman-teman untuk stay in touch with all of your fellow Australian alumni.
You gotta explore, you gotta really see what's out there, what's good for you, and you can't just like stay in a coop and like udah kayak misalnya aku pun pas bilang ke orang-orang, aku dulu di Perth 10 tahun, kayak semua orang, ngapain? Ada yang bilang bosen, ada yang bilang ini, lalalala. Cuman, no, I enjoyed it. That's like one of like the most enjoyable experience that I've had in my life, gitu. And that's where I learned most things in my life.
That's so true.
Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Alright. Dan buat teman-teman mungkin yang saat ini masih terpikir untuk studi di Australia, banyak sekali kesempatannya dan salah satunya adalah dengan beasiswa Australia Awards. Jadi
itu seru banget.
Memang beasiswa Australia Awards itu terbuka untuk pasca sarjana untuk S2 dan S3, dan kami juga punya yang short courses. Jadi buat teman-teman yang pengen tahu apa saja sih bidang-bidang yang ditawarkan dari kesempatan short courses scholarships dari Australia Awards, buka websitenya ya di australiawardsindonesia.org. Menyantap hasil karyanya Kak Reika sekarang.
Aku baru dingin.
Oke, terima kasih teman-teman bagi yang sudah bergabung.
Thank you so much.
Semoga kita bisa bertemu lagi di acara lainnya. Oke, bye-bye.